Just to show why it matters, this is the banana zone. I posted this on Twitter. Global M2, 10-week lead over Bitcoin. Do you need anything better than that? Oh, wait, I can give you something better than that. I can give you the GMI total liquidity, which is both private sector and state sector liquidity versus Bitcoin. It says the banana zone is here. That's the only thing I can think of, is that everything I look at says the banana zone is here. Bitcoin seasonality, election years, October, up only. Right? And these are big moves. Everything I look at, every single thing shouts the banana zone.
After weeks of intense declines, with only brief moments of relief, the cryptocurrency market is finally showing signs of recovery. Experts believe this could be the long-awaited turning point. The excitement following the Federal Reserve's rate cut announcement on Wednesday was amplified by the SEC's approval for the listing and trading of Bitcoin options on Friday. Senior Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas noted that the SEC has fast-tracked approval for BlackRock's Bitcoin Trust, with other spot Bitcoin ETFs expected to follow soon. This is seen as a major victory for Bitcoin and the broader crypto market, attracting more liquidity and institutional investors. Michael Saylor, executive chairman of MicroStrategy and a prominent Bitcoin advocate, highlighted that this approval would significantly boost institutional adoption of Bitcoin. He referenced a report from Unchained Crypto indicating that BNY Mellon might become the first bank to receive an SEC exemption from SAB 121, allowing it to provide Bitcoin custody services. This could pave the way for other major banks to offer similar services to high-net-worth clients, marking a significant milestone in mainstream Bitcoin adoption. With these developments and central banks on the brink of what many experts predict will be the largest money-printing exercise in history, Real Vision's Raoul believes the stage is set for a major boom in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. In a recent video on his YouTube channel, Pal shared key charts indicating that global liquidity could surge within the next 10 weeks, potentially leading to a dramatic rise in cryptocurrency prices. According to Pal, the highly anticipated banana zone for Bitcoin may be just days away.
Now, I'm wearing my banana zone t-shirt because I think it's coming. I think it's coming in days or maybe a week. And before I said, well, maybe it's next month, maybe it's the month after, maybe it's this week, I don't know. I'm like, no. Julian and I in Global Macro Investor, which is the flagship research service. And if you haven't checked it out, go to globalmacroinvestor.com, have a look, see what we do from there. That's where we do the deep work. I think we do more macro crypto work than anybody else in the world. And I think our macro work is the best in the world as well. And we've done thousands of hours on this. And I know it sounds hubristic, but I honestly give this banana zone an 80-something% chance of happening almost immediately. Give it 2 weeks, within 2 weeks. And I know that sticking my neck out, I'm wearing my banana zone t-shirt, I'm trying not to jinx the thing. But, as I've talked about, all of our hopes and dreams are in this. Mine too. Real Vision as a business. Almost everybody I speak to, I've been on the phone with a few, billionaire GMI subscribers, friends of mine. Everybody wants this to happen. Everyone needs this to happen because people are invested. Now, technology, there's a bunch of other ways of skinning this cat. But really, people have been like this with high interest rates, a slow business cycle where ISM has been bumping along. And I know people like a lot of, people on Twitter are like, oh, well, my God, the markets are all-time high. What's everybody complaining about? Speak to real people when their mortgages are like that, their interest payments are like that, their credit card bills are like that. Speak to corporations who are trying to borrow money that aren't kind of, AAA rated tech companies that have no debt. All of this stuff. It has been very, very difficult for a while. Rates have been the highest they have for a very long time. The rate of change of interest rates was enormous. Inflation is now wildly below interest rates. So real rates are ridiculously restrictive. And people feel it. People are not happy. People don't have personal expenditure abilities to do what they want. But it's coming. It's coming. The business cycle's changing. So all of you who run businesses, all of you who see the sluggishness of the cycle and wonder why the equity market's going to all-time highs and your business isn't yet, it's all going to come. Things are going to improve dramatically. The equity market's driven by liquidity. Your earnings, yours and mine, are driven by the business cycle. and that is just about to pick up. So cheers. Here's to a much, much better 18 months ahead. The banana zone is here and now. The other thing I put out on X was about Sui. Sui is a crypto token that I'm on the foundation board of. So yes, I'm shilling it, but I'm actually not. I don't talk about stuff that I don't think is going to go up. I've been talking about this for a while. I've been warning people that I think Sui is going to be one of the chosen ones of the cycle. And it's starting to happen. Sui, it's outperforming pretty much everything now. And most importantly, it's outperforming Solana, which is my big bet. And Solana is, my chosen one. I have 90% of my net worth in Solana. But Sui, I've obviously been granted some tokens as being part of the foundation. They're locked up, etc. But I'm not going to sell. In fact, no, some of them are unlocked. I'm not going to sell. In fact, I've been buying personally because I think it's a chosen one. I think it's going to do really well.
In his video, Raoul addresses one of the main criticisms of Sway, its low float token status. However, Real Vision counters this by suggesting that during a full-blown crypto bull market, which Pal believes is imminent, a low float means that only a small amount of capital is needed to drive prices significantly higher. Pal made similar points in a social media post last month, arguing that low float tokens with high fully diluted valuations could actually outperform the market during a bull run. He notes that these tokens often drop by over 70% initially as the market adjusts for future unlocks, but after that, demand becomes the primary driver of price movement. Pal explains that once the supply is established, attention shifts to demand. If a token experiences increasing demand, either from network activity or speculative interest, its price can rise faster than the supply can increase. As demand grows across the crypto space, entering the bullish phases of crypto summer and crypto fall, tokens with low floats and rising demand could see explosive upside potential. In his post, Pal argues that tokens demonstrating both network growth and investor interest may become top performers over the next 18 months, despite the prevailing narrative that such tokens should be avoided. While he doesn't mention specific names, it's evident that Sway is on his radar. Now, let's return to the video for more of his insights.
One of what I like about Sui is what they're really trying to do is the team came out of Facebook or Meta, where they built the Libra project that was shut down by every government in the world. Not joking, they were literally told that they were not going to do this by everybody from the World Bank to the BIS to all the major central banks. And the team left. And they started, one group started Aptos, the other started Sui. They rebuilt the Move language they invented for this. And they built an incredibly sophisticated chain. But the point being is, it's really bloody fast. The latency of the chain is less than 1 second for finality, which is, if you think half the stuff, it's like minutes. The latency is fast enough for gaming, financial markets, that kind of stuff. They've just launching Walrus, which is a decentralized data storage layer using blobs that's built on top of the Sui network. So think of Filecoin, think of AWS, decentralized, but for a Web3 world. That's coming on top. There's a bunch of other applications. Pilotfish is coming, which is their version of FireDancer, which will give it kind of unlimited TPS. It's just a bloody interesting project. You may hate it. You may have something else you prefer. All I ask you to do is show to yourself, not to me, that your chart is going to outperform Solana. And then is it going to outperform Sui? Is it going to outperform? That's the way to do things. And that's what got me into the Bitcoin ETH cross. That's what got me into the Solana ETH Solana trade. And Sui, I've been flagging this for a while. I thought it was looking like the chart was going to do this. So it feels like it's one of the big ones. There'll be other stuff that will outperform Sui without question. Maybe it's your token. Maybe it's your, and I'm not going to mention, every time I mention a bunch of tokens, I get shouts about, so I just can't be bothered with you guys. But listen, I believe in abundance, and I wish you, in whatever your choices are, the best. It is not player versus player. I'm just trying to make as much money for myself and for my subscribers of Pro Macro and Global Macro Investor and the Macro Investing Tool, all the things that I do to try and help people and publicly. I share a lot of my information for free, pisses off some of the people who are paying tens of thousands of dollars for my research, but it's really important for me to help as many people in this journey as possible. If we're going through the largest opportunity in all macro history in the shortest period of time, I've got to take as many people as possible with me. If not, I'm selfish. That's not what I set up Real Vision. It's not what I've been doing this. It's really important to me that you guys do the best. Now, I am not fallible. I'm not a guru. I will not get everything right. And you will probably hate me at some point and love me at other times. Just like I mentioned this a lot, just realize I'm just trying to do the best I can to help. I'm not trying to diss your coin. I'm not trying to do anything against you. I'm not trying to scam you, shill you, do anything. I am just doing what I'm doing myself. And I'm telling you what I'm doing. And if you don't want to do that, that's good too. If you want to come along with me for the ride, that's fine too. I don't have all the answers. I will not be the best in the world.
Hello guys.
मेरे
How
पास
are
आ
you?
जाओ
I think all of us are okay. I am
ना
also
आगे बढ़ना है
seeing this video.
Excellent
I
work.
have edited a video for you.
दुश्मन आगे बंदे हैं
आने दो ना बे
Video,
ओके ओके नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम
which video the million investor and CEO of Real Vision. Raoul have discussed about Bitcoin upcoming cycle and many other things. If you are guys like this type of Bitcoin
अभी just आ जाओगे
related content, then you can subscribe my channel. You can become part of my YouTube channel because I daily upload this type of video for you. So I am asking to subscribe my channel and watch my every videos. Hello, now guys, please watch the video. There is too much fighting is going on. But also you like share then can you channel because I daily upload this type of gaming video also.
मेरे पास आ जाओ
Watch out.
अबे मेरे पास गन नहीं है भाई हाँ ना
Help. Help.
Thank you guys watching for until the end. Now I am going to end this video because I have done